Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Courtney. This is Thrift Life SC. I am a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace. I am going to share with you this week items that sold for me between January 12th and January 18th. Items that I bought for a low price and flipped to sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, or Facebook. So let's hop right in. We have 24 items to go over that sold this past week. I have them in order from lowest sell to highest sell, and then at the end, I will share with you what my sales and profits were for this week. So, our first item was a bundle of Joanne Quilt Block of the Month's fabric kits. I got a lot of these at a thrift store, and I've already sold through several of them on different platforms. So this was a bundle of four. Um, so they ended up coming out to $10.78 each. I paid 25 cents per kit, so a profit of 8.26 each on those. So that was all four of these. Those all sold on eBay. This buyer ended up paying shipping individually on each item. So I refunded a chunk of the shipping because I think it was like $30 in shipping. And those things are so light. There was no way I was keeping all that. So it cost like, I don't know, maybe $7 or $8 to ship. All right, next up, this was a Mercari sale. It was a pair of Sony stereo headphones. Always check out headphones. I paid 70 cents for these. So my profit on that was 12.07 after cost of goods and fees. Another eBay sale. I picked these up at the bins last week, a pair of Hey Dudes. They did needed to be they did need to be washed. So I just disclosed that in the description. I paid $1.34 for them and they sold for $15. We have a Hydro Flask pink water bottle. It sold for $15. Profit on this one was $7.98. I actually got a message from the buyer today that they still haven't gotten it and it doesn't look like it's had any updates from the Postal Service. So sometimes if you request updates to be sent to you, it'll suddenly update. So I did that. Fingers crossed. There'll be an update on it tomorrow because it hasn't had any movement in I think like 5 days. So we'll see. Then we have a pair of Adidas Cloud Foam shoes. I actually bought these for me, but I didn't like the way that they fit. I paid, I put nothing as cost of goods because they were for me. They sold for $20, profit 17.54. I got this at the bins right after Halloween. It's a Toy Story Woody costume. It was just the vest and the hats. I do list costumes year round if it's something that somebody might use for a purpose other than Halloween. So it sold on eBay for $15. My profit was $9.81. Pick these Play School Hero Transformers Rescue Bots up from the bins. Listed them as a lot. So cost of goods for all five were $2.40. They sold for $20. So my profit on those was $13.07. I like to bundle small toys together when they're sets like this. I have a Namco TV games plug and play game system. I paid $1 for this at a yard sale. It sold on eBay for $20. My profit was $14.30. I did let my husband test this before we sold it. We have an Everlane The Invisible Bra. Bras are expensive, so people do buy them secondhand depending on the brand. This one sold for $12.50. I had it listed higher than that, but I took an offer on it. So my profit was $7.95. It was a Ben's pickup. This is a MacBook Pro sleeve protective case. This is the second time that I sold it. I do have the measurements, but the first person that bought it said it didn't fit. So it has sold again on Poshmark for $20, and my profit on that is $13.01. I have a Ralph Lauren navy garment bag. I picked this up at the bins for $2.40. Sold it for $25. My profit is $18.08. Any kind of name brand quality garment bags, even like reusable bags, dust bags for purses. I always comp them because they're super light. They don't cost much if I'm at the bins, and they usually sell pretty quickly. I think this one sold in maybe a week or two. Five Nights at Freddy's. These always do good for me. This is two of them. I've had people reach out, want me to separate them, and honestly, I just didn't want to retake the pictures, so I just left them as a lot. I've had them for a little while. They sold on Poshmark for $25. My profit on those was $16.02. I always pick up Five Nights at Freddy's. This is a pair of Sam Edelman snake print loafers. These sold for $20 on eBay, and I actually got a return request on these because they didn't fit the buyer correctly. Um, I don't pay for the shipping for returns, so I do take returns. And when I get those back, I'll relist them and hopefully sell them again quickly. Right, this is a black label by Evan Pacone. This was a maxi skirts, purple, yellow, artsy. It sold for $22 on Poshmark, and my profit was $15.85. All right, I lost money on this. This was a Noah's Ark with figurines. I had somebody ask if they could just buy certain ones. I've had this for a while. When I bought it, it was advertised as, I can't remember, it had a name, but when I got it, it wasn't actually that brand. So I sold it for $15, which is what I paid for it. So after fees and such, I was a negative $3.09, but it is out of my inventory and gives me some room to store something else. We have a pair of Turtle Beach headsets. These come with a dongle. I didn't have it. But they still sold for $25. I paid $2.40, and so my profit on those was $16.08. This was also a bins find. And when I say bins, I'm talking about the Goodwill bins, where you pay by the pound. This is an Eileen Fisher women's jacket. Oh, I forgot the N on green. Oops. This has only been up for about a week. I bought this at a local thrift store for $2.25. It sold for $20. My profit was $15.28. This is a Burberry collar polo shirt. This is the second time that I've sold it. The first time, the buyer said it was too small, so they sent it back. Not a problem. Sold for $20 on eBay. My profit was $14.18, and I had gotten this at a fill a bag at a local thrift store that is no longer selling things. All right, this is a Motorola wireless car adapter for an Android auto model USB-A car jack. I don't really know what it's for. I just search what's on the box. I got this on a pallet that I bought, I don't know, a year ago. I had a bin of things under my desk that needed to be sorted through. So this was one of those. It sold within a few days for $31.50. My profit was $25.52. I should have listed that a lot sooner because the sell through rate was 100% or over. I don't remember now. Baby Gun Buttermilk the Cow. This was new in the package. I have had this for a while. I don't remember where I got it from. Okay, it was $7, so I got it at the Amazon bin store. It sold for $40. My profit was $25.80. And my last item that sold this week was a Free People sling bag backpack. It was a olive green. Did have a few discolored marks that you can see there. And some issues on the bottom. I did disclose that so that the buyer knew. Included photos also. It sold for $45 on eBay. My profit was $35.71. I got that out of a storage unit months and months ago. And it was another one of those things that had been pushed to the side and not listed, but now it is. Update on the buyer that was going back and forth with me on the price of the guitar piece. They ended up giving me positive feedback, not negative feedback. So that was awesome because I was a little worried they might give me negative feedback. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it was on the last What Sold video. You can go back and watch it. And so this week I sold 24 items. The total revenue was $490.73. And my profit after fees and cost of goods was $331.67. So I hope that you learned something helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments. Any comments, feel free to share with me. And I will see you guys next week. Be blessed.